having read your original sources and come up with ideas for whatever they are, whether they're book covers or other kinds of paintings, the fascination is always to get the detail right. This is something that Patrick was obsessive about, as I am, because the thing becomes a study in itself. And there's not much excuse for getting things wrong, certainly pictorially now, because so much very, very good marine publishing has come out in the last quarter century and exhaustively covers the period, because the period itself was very well covered. It was a period when they wrote everything down and filed everything. And it is possible to find out exactly how almost everything was done, and all the history of the period of the time, how every piece of rigging was done, if you have the standard works and works that have been published in the last 25 years. We both use the same essential reference. There are basic reference sources, of course, the principal of which is James's Naval History, which is the standard work on the subject and more or less contemporary with the history that it relates. The other interesting thing, of course, is to read the original logbooks and to look at the original drafts, the original plans of the ships, both of which I knew that Patrick did. And there again, every so often you can catch the trail where Patrick has been before you, because it is possible to go to the Public Records Office and actually take out the original logbooks. I mean, the autograph documents, handwritten, and you turn the pages, and there occasionally you will come across characters like Captain Cook and Admiral Nelson and William Bligh writing things in their own hand. It's an extraordinary experience, but these things are still, thank goodness, they're still touchable. You can still actually physically touch these remarkable things, and that gives you a kind of vibration, a kind of electricity that you wouldn't get just by reading reprints of these things. To have the actual document in your hands is an amazing experience, particularly when you reflect that some of the slightly more obscure ones might not have been opened since 1815. I mean, no particular reason for somebody to open the master's log of some obscure cutter or schooner or one of the smaller ships from that day to this. There they've been waiting for you. The good thing about logbooks is, and it took me a while to realise what the special thing was about logbooks, and why it was that they were so inspirational, and why it could possibly be relevant to me to be painting as a 20th century artist, subjects that are 180 years ago, and what the actual particular source of inspiration is. And it took me a long time to realise this, and I'm sure Patrick was there way before me. The point is that logbooks are written in the present tense. They are written today. And the guy that was writing it didn't know what the next page held because it was blank, and he was writing literally something that had happened in the last hour. So you have no sense of ancient history. You have no sense of something that's been reported as a long time ago. It exists in the present. And when you're reading a logbook, it is something that exists in the present, and it evokes images for you that are in your present also, because you get caught up in this current narrative, and you don't know what's going to happen on the next page either, even if you do. But there's still that illusion that you're sitting alongside the writer while he relates a current story that is happening to him. It's a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting piece of electricity that happens when you read a contemporary document.